Hi everyone, I am Sharadamani, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce. Today we discussed about a case study based on the winding up of a company. Before the case study we discussed what is meant by winding up of a company. Winding is the formal legal process of closing a company. Holds it where it is the asset or realized debits paid and any remaining balance is distributed to members. It involves appointing a liquidator to manage the sale of asset. Ultimately, the lending to the company's dissolution and removable from the registered company. The process it can be triggered by the company itself by court or tribunal order due to the insolvency. The key aspects of the winding up is cessation of the business. The company stop active operations, but it is the entity status remains until the financial dissolvencies. The liquidator's appointment, a professional is appointed to take control, sell assets and settle debits. The priority of the payment is the asset are used to first to pay the cost of liquidation, then secure creditors, employees, and finally unsecured creditors. Okay, the modes of winding up under the Companies Act 2013 are: the first one is compulsory winding up, second one is voluntary winding up, and fast tracked or summary producer. The compulsory winding up initiated under the section of 271 if the company is unable to pay debits acted against the state or on just and equitable grounds. The voluntary winding up is initiated by member or creditors passing a resolution, often used for solvent companies. The fast track of the summary procedures is available for the small companies or those who limited as assets and liabilities. Okay, the key difference is winding up means the process of selling asset by paying off the liabilities. Liquidation is the part of winding up, that is the sale of asset to settle debits. The next one is dissolution, the legal termination of the company's existence. Okay, let's see what the case is discussed.
Today we are here to speak about a case study of winding up of a company. Introduction. Winding up of a company refers to a legal process by which a company existence is brought to an end. During this process, the company's assets are collected, liabilities are paid, and any remaining funds are distributed among shareholders. Once the winding up process is completed, the company is dissolved and ceases to exist as a legal entity. Winding up may occur for several reasons such as financial losses, instability to pay debts, completion of the company's objective, or decision taken by the shareholders. The process is regulated under the company's law to protect the interests of creditors, employees, and investors. This case study explains the concept of winding up with the help of real-time example of a company facing financial problems and eventually going through winding up process.
Backup of the company. ABC Textiles Private Limited was a medium-sized textile manufacturing company established in 2012 in Tamil Nadu. The company was involved in producing cotton fabrics and supplying them to local and international markets. During its initial years, the company experienced good growth due to its increasing demand for textile products. The company employed around 150 workers and had partnerships with several suppliers and distributors. For the first few years, ABC Textiles generated steady profits and expanded its operating by purchasing new machinery and increasing production capacity. However, after 2018, the company began to face serious financial difficulties.
Problems faced by the company. Several factors contributed to the decline of ABC Textiles Limited. These problems eventually led to the decision to wind up the company. The first problem, financial loss. The company started experiencing continuous financial losses due to rising raw material costs and increased competition from other textile manufacturers. The profit margins reduced significantly. The second problem, poor financial management. The management failed to control
plans to continue operations, which increased the company's liabilities. The third problem, decline in market demand. Changes in inflation rates and the availability of cheaper imported textile products reduced the demand for the company's products. The fourth problem, inability to pay bills. Due to continuous losses, the company was unable to repay its bank loans and supplier payments. Credits began demanding payments, which created financial pressure on the company.
This is a new item. In 2022, the directors of ABC Textiles held a board meeting to discuss the financial conditions of the company. After reviewing the financial statements, they realized that the company would no longer continue its operations. The board decided to recommend winding up the company. A meeting shareholders was conducted where the special resolutions was passed to voluntary wind up the company. The shareholders believed that winding up was the best option to avoid further financial losses and to settle the company liabilities.
Appointment of liquidator. After the resolution for winding up was passed, the liquidator was appointed. The liquidator is responsible for managing the wind-up process. The main responsibilities of the liquidator included taking control of the company's assets, preparing and discontinuing liabilities, selling company assets, paying off debts, distributing remaining funds among shareholders. The liquidator ensured that the process was conducted fairly and according to legal procedures.
Impact of winding up. Employees. The company's employees lost their jobs after the closure of business. However, the liquidator ensured that all pending salaries and compensation were paid. Creditors. Most creditors received their payments from the sale of company's assets. However, some unsecured creditors received only partial payments due to insufficient funds. Shareholders. Shareholders received a small portion of their investment after their debts were settled. Since the company suffered heavy losses, their returns were limited. Local economy. The closure of the company also affected local suppliers and small businesses that depended on ABC Textiles for orders. Process of winding up. The winding up process of ABC Textiles Private Limited involved several steps. First step, collections of company assets. The liquidator identified and collected all assets of the company. This included machinery, factory, buildings, inventory, and office equipment. Second step, sale of assets. The assets were sold in public assets and private sales. The funds collected from this sale of used to repay the company debts. Third step, payment of liabilities. The liquidator priorities the payment of liabilities according to legal rules. Payments were made in the following orders. Secured creditors such as grants, employee salaries and wages, government taxes, unsecured creditors such as suppliers. Fourth step, distribution of remaining funds. After paying all liabilities, the remaining funds were distributed among the shareholders according to the shareholders.
Conclusion. Winding up is a significant legal process that marks the end of a company's existence. It involves settling of the company's debts, selling assets, and distributing remaining funds among shareholders. This case of ABC Textiles Private Limited demonstrates how financial difficulties, poor management, and market changes can lead to closure of a business. Although winding up results in a solution of one company, it ensures the company's obligations are settled in fair and organized manner. Proper financial management, strategic planning, and effective leadership can help companies avoid such situations and achieve long-term success. Thank you.